It's hard to believe that we're about to welcome twins into our lives. After so many wonderful milestones, we're finally preparing for the arrival of our precious little ones. With the busyness of life, the planning, and everything that comes with expecting not one, but two babies, Jed and I knew we needed a break. A time to pause, reconnect, and celebrate our journey together before our world was turned upside down by double the diapers, double the feedings, and of course, double the joy. We knew we wanted to take a baby moon, a special getaway to unwind and cherish each other before the big day. With Cancun's tropical charm and the promise of relaxation and adventure, it seemed like the perfect destination. Our hearts were full of anticipation as we packed our bags and headed to the sun-kissed beaches of Mexico. This would be a time for just the two of us, a last getaway before our lives changed forever. The decision. When we found out we were expecting twins, there was an overwhelming mix of emotions. Excitement, joy, and honestly, a little bit of nervousness. We had just started our journey as a married couple, and now we were preparing to become parents times two. The thought of raising two children at once was thrilling, but it was also daunting. There was no way we could have predicted how much our lives were about to change. From the moment we found out about the twins, Jed and I dove headfirst into parenting preparation. We attended classes, read every book, and had conversations about how to balance our family life, keeping our faith strong, and maintaining our relationship as partners. But with all the excitement came a lot of stress, and that's when we realized that we needed a break. A chance to breathe, reset, and celebrate us as a couple before we became parents. We knew we didn't want to wait until the babies were born to take some time for ourselves. Cancun became our dream destination. It offered everything we wanted: relaxation, beautiful beaches, luxury accommodations, and a bit of adventure too. It felt like the perfect place to rejuvenate and focus on each other for a little while. Arriving in Cancun, the moment we stepped off the plane and felt the warmth of the Mexican sun, a wave of calm washed over us. Cancun's beauty was overwhelming, with its crystal-clear blue waters, pristine beaches, and the lush greenery that surrounded us. As soon as we arrived at our resort, I couldn't help but marvel at how everything seemed to be just as we had imagined: romantic, relaxing, and luxurious. Our suite was everything we could have hoped for. The view of the turquoise sea from our balcony was breathtaking, and the sound of the waves crashing against the shore made it feel like we were in our own private paradise. There was an air of peacefulness that made everything feel surreal, almost like a dream. We spent our first evening taking in the view, walking hand in hand along the beach, and enjoying a quiet dinner at one of the resort's restaurants. It was the perfect start to our baby moon, and the quiet intimacy of it all felt just right. Jed looked at me with that look of love that never gets old. "This is exactly what we needed," he said, his voice soft but full of warmth. "A little time to just be us." I smiled, squeezing his hand. I couldn't agree more. Relaxation and reconnection. The days that followed were a blissful blend of relaxation and exploration. We spent hours lounging by the pool, enjoying tropical drinks in each other's company. The resort's spa offered prenatal massages, so Katey took full advantage of those treatments, indulging in the relaxation that both her body and mind craved. We dined at local restaurants, savoring authentic Mexican dishes like tacos, guacamole, and fresh seafood. The atmosphere was always light, the conversations always deep. We spoke often about what life would be like with twins and what we wanted for our family's future. We also talked about how we could lean on each other during the challenges of parenting and the importance of staying connected in the midst of everything. One evening, we went for a romantic dinner at a private cabana by the beach. The waves gently lapped at the shore, the sky above a perfect shade of violet as the sun set. We toasted to our future, to our growing family, and to the beautiful journey ahead. The adventures. Of course, no trip to Cancun would be complete without some adventure. We couldn't resist exploring the local culture and history. We visited ancient Mayan ruins, where we marveled at the history and architecture of this incredible civilization. Our tour guide shared fascinating stories about the pyramids and temples, making us feel like we were stepping back in time. Jed was always the adventurous one, so when he suggested a boat tour of the island, I hesitated at first but quickly agreed. We sailed along the coast, stopping for a swim in the cenotes, those natural, crystal-clear sinkholes that are so unique to this region. We also snorkeled in the coral reefs, amazed by the colorful fish and sea turtles. It felt like the perfect balance of relaxation and exploration. The twin talk. As we sat by the water, watching the sun dip below the horizon, our conversations often turned to the twins. I remember one night, Jed turned to me with a thoughtful expression. "Do you ever wonder how our lives will change?" he asked. "I mean, we've been dreaming of this for so long, but I know it's going to be intense." I smiled, feeling the weight of those words. "I do, but I also know we're ready. We have each other, and we have our faith. Our love for each other will guide us through the tough times." We talked about the joys and challenges of parenthood, how our lives would be full, busy, and sometimes overwhelming, but also filled with love and gratitude. We spoke of how we planned to make our home a place of warmth and joy, and how we would navigate the sleepless nights, the mess, and the inevitable chaos with patience and laughter. A special day together. On our last day in Cancun, we decided to spend the entire day together, just the two of us. We had a quiet morning, followed by a private tour of the local market where we picked out souvenirs to remember our trip. We laughed and joked, savoring the simple pleasure of being together. In the evening, we had a candlelit dinner on the beach. The sound of the waves, the cool breeze, and the beautiful setting made it feel like a dream come true. We talked about everything from our hopes for the future to our deepest fears, and came to the realization that no matter what happened, we had each other, and that would be enough. Preparing for the future. As we packed our bags and prepared to leave Cancun, there was a sense of calm and contentment. Our baby moon had been everything we had hoped for and more. We were relaxed, reconnected, and ready to face the new chapter of our lives with open hearts. Looking at Jed as we boarded the plane back home, I couldn't help but feel grateful. Grateful for the special time we had together, and for the incredible adventure that awaited us as parents of twins. It was the beginning of a new season, and I knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, we would face them together with love, faith, and gratitude. Our twin baby moon in Cancun was everything we could have asked for and more. It was a time for us to reconnect, to reflect on our journey, and to prepare for the future. We came back from that trip feeling stronger, more united, and ready to welcome our two little ones into the world.